This is a motorcycle with a mantra. Honda's top-of-the-line sport bike, the CBR 1000RR. Honda's mantra? Build it to be lighter, stronger, and quicker when you twist the throttle. The Honda Motorcycle Factory in Hamamatsu, Japan. Originally built in 1954, it's been modified and redesigned countless times over the years. Today, this is where they build Honda's CBR sport bikes. Inside the factory, one of the first things you'll notice is that everyone is wearing white. It's a uniquely Honda form of quality control.
If you're wearing a white outfit, it's very conspicuous once it gets dirty. And if your white outfit is dirty, that means that there's something wrong with the workplace.
A very efficient workplace. Ask how long it takes to build one CBR, and the answer is virtually right down to the second.
It is about 1 hour, 3,600 seconds.
That 1 hour, or 3,600 seconds, begins with building the engine, and they do it with the engine turned upside down, assembling pieces from the bottom up. When an engine reaches the final assembly line, it's flipped over, or as they say at Honda, turned upside down in the right direction. There are 36 different steps in building each engine, followed by a long trip through the factory. Finished engines move from the first floor up to the second floor, down to the basement and back up to the final motorcycle assembly line on the first floor again. It's a way to maximize the use of limited space within the factory.
In order to minimize the use of space and also to make it possible to shorten our main line, we are producing modules. Here they are producing the front fork module, and here they are subassembling the front fork and the tire. In total there are 7 modules and they are sent to the main line.
All the subassembly modules move around the factory on conveyor belts, perfectly synchronized by computer to arrive at precisely the right place at the right time on the final assembly line. The first step is to install the engine into the frame.
The engine becomes part of the frame. There is a specific order in which the bolts need to be tightened, and also there's a certain level of strength at which the bolts need to be tightened. And this will have an impact on the performance of the machine.
There are 43 different workstations along the final assembly line. On an average day, 2 shifts of people working a total of 16 hours produce 850 motorcycles, each one in precisely 3,600 seconds. After 3,600 seconds on the line, each finished motorcycle is fired up for the first time and ridden onto a special test platform.
This machine is used to carry out the final inspection of the motorcycle.
It's a very sophisticated machine. Besides running computerized tests on the engine, brakes, suspension, and instruments, it has a special light-sensitive panel that makes one of the last checks in the whole process, running across in front of the new bike to make certain the headlights are perfectly aimed and aligned. Each new Honda CBR is then crated and sent out of the factory for shipment around the world, where riders will measure time and numbers much differently than they do at Hamamatsu. Like 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, a top speed of 178 miles an hour, and 148 horsepower on tap, just waiting for a twist of the throttle.